Good morning, good day, good evening, whenever this is you're watching. Welcome to Create with Brenda. I am Brenda Hillard, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I have a fun card for you, or I thought it was fun. I belong to a demonstrator card exchange, monthly card exchange, and this month I decided to go with a monochromatic card. I'm going to move the catalog for just a second so that you can get a better look at the card. Lots of layers and fun papers and die cuts and all kinds of stuff. So let me show you how I made this. Alright, I used the papers from the Delightfully Eclectic on page 129 in the annual catalog. This is the inside of the 2023-2024 annual catalog. If you do not have a copy of the catalog and you do not have a current demonstrator, I would be happy to send one out to you. You just simply have to fill out the form listed below and I will pop one in the mail. All right, so the Delightfully Eclectic, it's a huge pack of paper, 48 sheets of 12 double-sided designs, and you get 4 sheets of each of the 12 designs. Crazy. But if you are a card swapper or like to make multiple cards, this pack of paper is for you. Okay, I'm going to move this off to the side. The products from the catalog I'm going to be using is the Elegant Eucalyptus 3D embossing folder. I'm going to be using the Darling Details, and that's a bundle that comes with a set of 18 dies. So the stamp set itself is photopolymer, 22 stamps, and then the 18 dies, and they are adorable. The only one I used out of here today is this floral spray right here, this one. And that can be found in the new catalog as well. Love, love, love the sentiments. Again, it's that printed font with the scripty font, and that's always very attractive to me. I used the die, this die from the Countryside Corners dies. These are super fun and can be used all together or individually. And that is part of the Countryside Inn suite of products. Exciting news on that too. Paper Pumpkin June 2023 is called Welcome Inn, INN, and coordinates beautifully with this set, or with this suite of products. And right now there are dies available to purchase that will coordinate with the Paper Pumpkin. So if you are a current subscriber, you should order those while supplies last. The next thing I used on my card is the Nested Essential dies. These are new and they're so fun. We have the fishtail banner, we have the rounded corner, layering rounded corner rectangles, and then this beautiful, this reminds me, do you remember a few years ago we had the tailored tag punch? Well, these are layering dies and they are gorgeous, and we'll use those today too. So those are the products along with the embellishment, and that is going to be this set of adhesive backed sequins, and these are called just the adhesive backed sequins trio. Love it. All right, so let me show you what we need to get started here. Oh, the other thing I forgot is we're going to use a little bit of vellum. And I feel like I don't use vellum very often, and I love how it looked behind that piece. So let's bring in our mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss, and we're going to be using plate number 1, our Elegant Eucalyptus 3D embossing folder, and I had prior to the video die cut. Remember the piece from the Countryside Corners dies? So I'm going to lay that in here. And we're just going to run that through. Remember, you want to stagger your plates on your mini. It just makes it so much easier to run them through. Ooh, I was pulling weeds yesterday in my garden, and my hands are very sore from pulling, I tell you. All right. So this is what we get with that elegant eucalyptus. Isn't it just gorgeous? I love it. All right. And then we have our card base. Measures 4 1/4 by 11, and it's scored at 5 1/2. So I'm just going to match up my edges, and we'll give the score line a good crease, okay? All right. Then I have 2 pieces of basic white, and these measure 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. So 2 pieces of that. One is going to be for the top and one for our insert, okay? I took the all new 2 3/8 inch circle punch, and I punched a piece of the Delightfully Eclectic paper. Isn't it cute? Strawberries on the side, and then kind of this pinwheel pattern with bubble bath. A medium envelope, a piece of the Delightfully Eclectic paper, and this is going to be for the flap on our envelope, and then there will be a piece big enough that I can put across the bottom on the inside of our card. I punched a 1 3/4 inch circle of vellum, die cut the flower from Darling Details with bubble bath, and then I die cut the Nested Essentials dies and that beautiful tag that we're loving. All right, so from here is where I want to go, and our next steps is I'm going to bring in Berry Burst is going to be our pop of color. So I'm going to open up my ink pad. Berry Burst is a returning color, and it's part of our Brights collection. I love, love, love this color. I'm going to ink this up. This is the little hello there from the Darling Details set, and I'm just going to stamp that down right here. Okay. Close up our ink pad, and let's start assembling. So what I did is just I built up everything on this piece, and I'm just going to take some of our Stampin' Seal and very lightly add adhesive. I don't want to press too hard because I don't want to flatten out our embossing here. And I left just like a 1/4 inch on the side and on the bottom. And I'm just going to lay that down. I'm going to take our punched 2 3/8 inch circle, add some adhesive, and then I'm going to line that up just as not to go off the edge of our paper here. And then on this one, I want dimensionals, so I'm going to bring in my dimensionals and just kind of go right down the middle with those, just like that. And that's going to get layered up right on here. All right. Then I have this special little adhesive. This is not from Stampin' Up, but it is a vellum glue tape, and I just ordered it off from Amazon, and it works great. When I put it down, you'll see, whoops, I've got some little something on there, but that's all right. It'll it'll cover up. I'm just going to put it down and you cannot see the adhesive. And then for our little die cut floral, isn't this adorable? I love this. I'm just going to add a couple dots of liquid glue onto the bigger parts of our flower here, our die cut, and I'm going to lay that down just like that. Okay. All right. So our next step is to adhere this to the front of our card. And I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals for that as well. I'll give that a little bit of a pop to add some more dimension to our card. I love this soft bubble bath. I know there are quite a few people that are not into pinks, but I love me some good soft pink, and this is it. Okay, so there's that. And now let's do our envelope. I'm just going to bring in my silicone mat and put some Stampin' Seal on here. Because you know my story here, right? No naked envelopes at Create with Brenda. Alright, put that down. I like to just give that a really good smoothing over with a bone folder. Want that to stay on for sure when it goes through the mail, right? I'm going to trim this off, just following the flap on the envelope. Looks like I got a little bit of adhesive on my envelope. I'll get my eraser when we're done trimming here and clean that up. Okay, so just like that, we have our fancy, matchy, right? I might move my mat, and I'm just going to bring in my adhesive eraser and get rid of that little splotch we had there. Okay, it's coming together. We have our inside to do, and so for that, I want to bring in my paper trimmer. And I do this, you'll see me do this quite often. So this is the piece, the remnant piece from our envelope flap, right? I'm just going to cut a nice little strip from our remnant. And then I can put adhesive on the back of this. And again, I'm going to bring in my silicone mat. It just helps keep my work surface free of adhesive. And I'm going to add that just to the very bottom of our insert, which will help just kind of carry that pattern through. So now it's on our envelope, it's on our card front, and it's on our, I'm just going to pick up some little excess adhesive we had there on the top. Alright, put that right in the front, or I'm sorry, on the inside. Okay, and then we've got our front, and now we need our embellishments, our additional pop of color. So let's do this. Let's bring in those beautiful adhesive back sequin trio, and I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to add these to the center of our flowers, just like that. And I love that the adhesive is already on the backs of these. Whoops, sent that one flying. There's that. And now I'm just going to grab this iridescent, kind of a white iridescent sequin, and then a large one right over here, and voila, there is our monochromatic bubble bath card. I love it. I hope you do too. And we got to bring the outside to the inside here with that little scrap piece of designer series paper. Again, the paper is a big pack of paper that you can find in the annual catalog called Delightfully Eclectic. So, until next time, bye for now.